Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back. Well, to another weapon guide. It might be multiple. Well, it's actually just for one particular thing. But here in the Wildlife Preserve, I was in the middle of recording an episode of Reality Edition. Make the guide now. So you want to, as in the Wildlife Preserve, you want to kill us. No, that's not who drops the gun, by the way. What I was going to say is you want to get to this point in the map and head into the natural selection annex. By doing so with Levy, you can save quit and get right next to the farm. Well, I say right next to the farm. You can get to a position where the farm is not that far away, whereas usually you would have to run through the entire preserve. And that's just fine. That's just a hassle. So what I like to do is use the natural selection annex. I just realized I have to make 2 weapon guides. 3 technically. But you come to this area, a bunch of loads and stalkers are going to spawn. You need to slaughter them all. Which, if you have to fastball, super simple. And also by this point you should be fine to be a murdering machine. So we'll kill these guys and I'll show exactly, well, okay, I'll show what happens in this area and how to farm a weapon I'm particularly looking for. Well, I'm not going to use that on the build. It's just what I'm looking for is something that is only will drop. And obviously, if an item is will drop only, it's going to be tough to get. Oh, yeah. Once you kill enough enemies, you do get the badass stalker here. Kill him. And the door will start opening, revealing a badass loader. Simply kill him, and the door will open up. It does open when he's walking through it, but there's an invisible wall stopping you from hitting it. So, you come on through. As you can see, I've not done the story mission. I honestly don't recommend doing it while farming, well, these guys. These are loot midgets. And they can drop a wall drop. Best way to kill them? Well, if you're zero, just use boar. They have a high chance to drop multiple legendaries. They didn't drop anything, so I'm going to jump cut to when you drop what I'm looking for. There are some other things you can drop. But, fine. I have to do this. I have to get really lucky, so I'll be right back after drawing out the last bit of luck I have, I think. Okay. Why? I think they may have a really good curse. Got a deeper again. This time with some loot midget, that's just funny. Like, actually funny. Gain a deeper from a loot midget. Like, it's stronger than mine, but when it's the blade. You know what, since I'm using the blade version, I guess this is a good time to actually use it. So yeah. Third Herald of the playthrough. Oh my god. That's just funny. Once again, be right back, but I just thought that'd be funny to show. as I have said in the Let's Play, I called in a favour. I've asked a friend of mine, I am going to call him out right now, Basrichi. He is experienced with save edit for Borderlands 3. I am a teeny tiny bit. But basically I asked him to make a save of all the items. He sent it to me, but I had to use skip to get him on 0 anyways. So this is the Let's Play 0. He does have illegitimate items, but I am done. Okay? I am not showing off all the midget items if it takes me 30 years. I'm going to show I'm going to show what the midgets can drop from the base game. I have also decided to just up my gear to level 27. I'm already overpowered enough, let's be real. This is just going to make things even more overpowered. Just need to check if I have the bouncing Bonnie on me. Not a surprise. That's some Bonnie. Take that. So, the loot midgets can drop a whole plethora of items, and they can even drop higher revenues than legendary. However, that is late game. We're talking about just the early game stuff. I will go over what some of these things in my inventory are. So, the first thing that they can drop, like I have everything. Well, firstly, it's the first time I got Bouncing Bonnie. We're going to show it off. Just because. We're going to show its grenade trajectory. We're going to show how it works against certain enemies. Now, it's all going to be perfect. You're going to be perfect pass and really good fuse times, all that. But Bouncing Bonnie goes around, causes explosions, shooting. We could test out against one enemy. Well, I say one enemy. We're going to be fighting a lot of enemies. No, honestly, we're probably just going to bully spider ants. Like I said, it took way too long to actually farm most of these items. I didn't even get the fire bee, which we're going to go over. Which is just so annoying. But we are going to showcase the grenades. They have a plethora of grenades you can drop and a plethora of other items. So firstly, Bouncing Bonnie, chuck it. Oh yes, alarm, but I need to remember that. Chuck that. After a couple seconds, Bouncing Bonnie's going to go out. And she's supposed to be around a lot, but it's an okay slagging item. Goes around, do slag damage. I believe the Bouncing Bonnie can come in every element. If not, it's just slag. And also slag's probably the only one you want, because bullets certifiers can also come in slag. Well, the bullet certifiers also slag enemies. Next, we got a multitude of nasty surprises. In fact, I got 2 for legitimate farming. So we're going to use one. When you chuck it, I think it's just a big old nuke. Yeah, to sort of clarify, I have $228,000. That's how far I have been farming. And you guys will see in the previous passes video, I was farming for 3 days. I'm level 27 in the story because I went that far. So I'm saying no, okay? If something involves a loot midget, and I don't think I'm going to get it, I'm probably just going to give myself the item at my current level. Technically, yes, it's overpowered. Like, technically these weapons should be like, I don't know, they're like level 19-ish. Before the Bouncing Bonnie was like 18. That's sort of levels of that not selection actually, wildlife preservers like. But we will try it with this Spider-Man Keen. For a nasty surprise. Ah, it fires out multiple grenades in a line. Okay, so hold up. You check it. Yeah. It says out multiple grenades at once to come back towards you. I believe it does self-harm. But it's an all-white grenade. Next up, it doesn't, well, it can drop from loot midgets. But it mostly drops from ultimate badass vodkas. This is the Quasar. It pulls enemies in. And I mean, that doesn't show it. But it pulls enemies in, and it should do a... Yeah, it does the Stormfront effect, where it zaps enemies. Pretty good stuff on that. Like, for a shield remover grenade, it's up there to Stormfront. It's probably better with 0 because, well, yeah boy. Next to bane of my existence. The fire bee. Took so long. Like, that's what I was... when I made this weapon guide, this is the only thing I thought I was going to show. This is what I was farming for. 3 days. Ugh. Just so done with that sort of farm. Like, after the whole tortoise incident, the nukem being a pain to farm, and this, here's how the fire bee works. Goes around and leaves a little sprinkler while it's shooting at guys. If you want to get a double down you, this is the one. It is a really good fire grenade, I am not going to lie. But you do not want to be near it. But yeah, this is what I was farming for most of the time, so thanks Drop Boys. Well, thanks Loot Midgets for not dropping it. Other things they can drop. Well, they can pretty much drop anything in the game really. They can drop weapons that the final bosses game will drop. They drop the Singularity, for example, and all that stuff. Next is weaponry. Which, oof. In terms of weaponry, they can drop the Deliverance, which I covered. Also, it's kind of cool when they do, not gonna lie. They can drop the Cradle. It's, you know, just something they can drop. Other guns they can drop. They can drop stuff that has a loot source in the DLCs. Those are the only ones I didn't have myself. Well, that's the only way I didn't have Basarishi. Well, Basarishi actually did give me a save that included them. But I'm going to showcase how you farm them in the DLC. Down at level 30, mind you. I'm going to just show how to get a max level. Because I am not doing that. Another thing they can drop, now these are illegitimate. These do not drop until level 50 plus, if I'm correct. These are legendary class mods. They will give you a whole bunch of points in 5 different skills. The reason it says 3 is because you're not meant to get a legendary soldier, for example, until like level 50 plus. So I will not be using these because they are illegitimate, but I can showcase what they're sort of all about, I guess. So like, if you're playing Axton, like Borderlands does, but like I'll play Axton, these are the effects you would actually get on, and you would get some cool gun damage, fire rate, and cooldown rate for your turrets. There's a pretty good skills. Impact, I believe, is more gun damage. Health is more health. Preparation, if I remember correctly, is really good. Like, all these skills are good. I'm not going to talk about the other characters until we get to them. Like, maybe I'll send these class mods to them to show like what the points would do. But we're not going to be using for the Let's Play. The only one we might just show is I should have gone Zeros. I did get Zeros one. The Legendary Hunter class mod. There were 2 legendary class mods in this game for each character. The other one we'll go over later. But legendary is, you know, basically whatever your character is really good at, they're good at. Like you can see right here, it's all about quick damage, reload speed, and being in deception a lot. And it's all about quick hands. So I can buy Cryptus right now. We're not going to use it. You can see the bonuses you get. We get a bonus to headshot, you know, so like, when you do get this, you're meant to get 5 points, so, I actually have to see how much is, on equip, we go here, you get 4 points per thing, like 4% per point. So you would get another, you'd be at 10, basically. You'd be at 10 out of 5 for headshot and all these. So basically double what you would get at max level. So like right here you get 30% zoom. Which, you know, crazy. And like I'll do 20% aim stainless. So like legendary class mods are good, it's just right now they're illegitimate. I will admit they're illegitimate and I don't intend to use them. But you got like legendary Necromancer, you got legendary Berserker, which I don't know why, but Salvador gets melee damage. He does have a melee skill, but he's not a melee character. You got Krieg, he's a legendary Psycho. The Necromancer is Gauges. I could have sworn, yeah, there is the legendary Siren class mod, which is pretty good generally for Maya. Just complete gun damage, flat out, and cooldown rate, which is what Maya is good at. But, like I said, we're not going to use them. But these weapon guys are done for now. What do I mean for now? There's something else Blue Midgets can drop in endgame, and we're not even close to covering them yet. We're not even doing the main Let's Play, we're talking about those. But we are not going to cover them. But, yeah. The grenades are kinda cool. But don't farm them. Just don't. Like I said, I used the... Well, I downloaded save, but for some reason save wouldn't show up when I load up the game. So I had to use give save editors, just give save editor myself. To give Zero these arms and sink them all down a little bit. Because they were level 30. So I had to make a level 27 so I could cryptify being that. But I am done with the Loot Midget guide for now. But luckily I don't technically have to cover for the higher rarity stuff. I guess I could say we did the Borderlands 1 Let's Play. Pearlescents do come back in Borderlands 2. And Loot Midgets drop them. But it is another source. And we will cover Pearlescents later. But now though, I'm gonna get on to Let's Play and enjoy my life. I'm gonna bang. Hold up. Fighting this guy. What I'm gonna do is, you know, yeah, to make it fair, because his items were save edited. Let me just make sure I'm still recording actually before I do this. Yeah, so to make things fair, I am going to sell all the items I could get from Loot Midgets. I'm going to sell the Deliverance. I'm going to sell the Frosted Outcome Towel because I made it at level 27 as well. Technically it's a downgrade from the double penetrating version I got from the chest, but I made all my items level 27 anyways, so... Okay, we're going to sell the class mods. I can't use them. I'm also just going to sell the Nazi supplies. Well, it's just one of them. I'm actually going to keep some of these other things in the safe. I may not use them. I'll sell my... Oh. The fact I made the fastball scale to level 27 as well. I will use Gib Save Editor to get these back to the level they were. I'll look at one of the previous videos to make my fastballs the level they should be. And next time on Borderlands 2, I don't know why I have that. I have to figure out. Next time on Borderlands 2, I will make weapon guides for some of the other stuff in the inventory, just to show it. So be right back, I guess.